Hello everyone, hope everyone's doing great today. I appreciate those who watched this video. Well, it's the month of October. This is the month where I try to watch some horror movies. I am not a horror fan whatsoever, so I will every once in a while dive into some. So I figure I would go back to a classic, American Werewolf in London. When I was watched this as a kid, it scared me to death. I was so frightened when I saw this movie. And the only thing I really remembered when I, as a kid, watching this was the theater scene. And I'm not talking because the guys are watching pornography. I didn't realize that until I just recently watched it. But as a kid, I just remember the cop's head getting cut off, and the werewolf running wild, and cars are crashing everywhere. It was one of the scariest things I ever seen. Now, when I watched it, I wasn't scared, and I was kind of shocked that this was called a comedy, horror comedy. As a kid, I didn't see any of the comedy in it. Saw a little bit more of the comedy in it this time around. For those of you who don't know what American Werewolf in London is about, it's about these two Americans. They're in London. I take it they're on vacation. They get kind of kicked out of a bar because they brought up a star that was on the wall. And then, like idiots, they didn't stay on the road like they were warned. Stay on the road. It went off the road somehow. I guess they weren't paying attention. Get attacked by a werewolf. One friend dies. The other one survives. And, of course, he turns into a werewolf. The story is very well written. Very well. The cinematography on this is very well done. Excellent. And I have to say, the transformation from a human to a werewolf is probably, one of the best transformations I've ever seen, especially for that time period. This is, 1980, 81. This movie came out, and it is I would assume, very realistic. I mean, I've never seen somebody turn into a werewolf, but I would assume it would be something like this if he get transferred in the way that he did. Much more better than the classic werewolf. You actually see his hands growing into paws and his feet growing into paws, and then the hair growing on and his back transforming, and then you got a scene where he's on his back and he's transforming to a werewolf. He actually looks like more canine and human. Very well done. The makeup is excellently done here in this movie. I think it's the best makeup job I've ever seen. Ever, really. A lot better than those Night of the Living Dead zombie movies, when they try to make it look like zombies. What they did to these people looked fantastic. There's a scene where he sees his friend after his friend's died, and he's still all scarred up from when he was killed by the werewolf, and he gets you see where the friend got slashed in the face. You actually see the texture of the depth of the scars, of the scratches. And I mean, it was very well done. If you want to be a makeup artist for Hollywood, of course, now the party you do everything CGI, but the old school stuff, this is definitely the movie. Everything is superbly done. Like I said, man, if all the movies were done this way back in the 80s, you would have some fantastic movies. Of course, budget probably allows. Budget's probably what determines that. And creativity, I don't know who the makeup artist was in this and who was the ones who created this, the physical, I don't know, physical attributes or whatever of these characters, but they did an excellent job. Very realistic. I can tell why Michael Jackson chose John Landis to do his Thriller video. If you ever seen Thriller, the video is John Landis and the whole transformation that Jackson does when he turns into a wolf. This one is way better than that. That one's, compared to this, it's kind of cartoonish. Of course, this is a music video. This is a movie. I don't know. I can't really say. The only thing that's kind of a letdown was when you actually got to see the werewolf as a whole running around. It was kind of let down. So once you see the werewolf, you kind of understand why a lot of these death scenes is just the werewolf growling, and then the people going, ah, or whatever, I'm a terrible actor, okay? They go, ah, and then, the next thing you know, it's the morning, and werewolf went through London and killed 6 people. you know, you gotta understand once you see the final product why they kept that to the limited amount, kind of like Jaws. You know, you don't really see the shark very often. It's kind of how this is. You see him being the transformation of him, but you don't really see like the full werewolf until the very end. I would have to say though, at the very end, you know, when they shoot the spoiler alert, they shoot the werewolf. How did they miss the woman? Now, like, she was literally standing right in front of the werewolf. I mean, right in front of him. So, I don't know. I guess there were special bullets that just avoid humans and hit werewolves. So, another thing about this movie is it dispels the whole thing about having me killed by a silver bullet. A normal bullet will kill this werewolf. Gets into some other lore, like I said, his friend shows up to him. His friend can't go to the afterlife until all the descendants of the werewolf, of the original werewolf, dies. So he can't go to the afterlife until, you know, our lead character dies. I don't know. I don't know why that is. Why wasn't there more people following him around? Because, you know, the werewolf foreign party killed a bunch of people, and they can't go to the afterlife until he's dead. And if he would turn somebody to a werewolf, then, you know, these people still would have to be roaming the earth. So, you know, you probably, whatever. Don't think too deeply about that part. But for the most part, the plot is pretty tight. I did enjoy this. If you're a werewolf fan, check it out. I'm going to highly recommend this no matter what. It's a great movie. Especially just for the special effects. Like I said, the makeup, how they did that was so believable. The transformation was fantastically done. So yeah, it's on Amazon Prime right now. Like, it's October. I might be trying to check out some other scary movies. I'm not a horror fan, but I rather like the slasher movies. You know, I can watch Jaws, but Mike Myers, Jason, those type of movies. When it comes to like the spiritual scary movies, I am out. I don't really like watching those. I've never seen a ghost, but I felt them, if that makes sense. And oh boy, now everybody's gonna think I'm crazy. But you know, you go into a place and you get that eerie feeling type. I'm sure everybody's gone something like that, right? You get an eerie feeling, you know. That's why I don't do those spiritual ghost stories as much. But anyways, American Werewolf in Paris and London. Paris is the sequel. London, check it out. Fantastic movie. Highly recommend it. Have a great day, and hopefully you'll check out some other videos. Oh, and this is an oldie, so if you already seen it, leave some comments below. Interested in hearing but reading what you have to say about it. And hopefully you enjoy this. Have a great day. Bye.